Hey there, it's me, Dr. Mark, and in this video, I want to explain or illustrate the idea of a musical train and how you are going to manipulate certain things to keep the train on the tracks
All aboard!
and make it more of what you want it to sound like. As you can see right here, we have a train. I apologized for the cutesiness of the train. It's the best I could do. Here is the train. There's an engine. We could call that engine a conductor. It really doesn't matter. The engine is pulling the train. As with anything that happens in time, be it a story, a bedtime story, be it a novel, be it a folk tale, be it anything, a football game, anything that happens in time, there is a beginning, a middle, and an end. And it comes to us sequentially. Sometimes we can predict what happens next, as in music or a story, a familiar story. And sometimes we have no idea what's coming next because it's a live interactive football game, as an example. Beginning, middle, and end. Let's assume that you are this gray blob on the screen. You are not a gray blob on the screen, but imagine that you are. And music is coming past you. You hear it one moment at a time. You don't hear the whole thing at once. You hear moments in time. You hear patterns of sound over time. This is critical to your understanding of what you're about to do. Music happens in blocks of musical patterns over time. Because I'm using the idea of a train, here is a train car in the lovely color of blue. Color in visual art equals timbre in music. Musical timbre is color. It's a woodwind instrument, it's a stringed instrument, it's a banjo, it's a trumpet, it's a drum. Color is timbre. Timbre is color. And we can manipulate, or these puzzles will help you manipulate color. You can choose the color. You're about to hear the beginning measures of a prelude written by Johann Sebastian Bach. It's called the Well-Tempered Clavier, and it's the first prelude, very well-known prelude for many reasons. We won't get into those here. As you see the railroad cars, as you hear the music and see the railroad cars go by you, I change the shape of the railroad car to indicate there's a different pattern. And when the patterns are the same, then the car will be the same. If the pattern is not the same, the car's shape, the railroad car's shape will change. It's still a railroad car. It's still the same color because in this case, it's going to be piano. The piano is the only instrument you're going to hear. Therefore, blue is the only color that you're going to see. I've selected a railroad car because of the train analogy. Railroad car is just that. It symbolizes a block of patterns. Blue indicates that it's piano, and the distorted shape of the railroad car indicates that the pattern changes. The notes change. Listen to the first few measures of Bach's prelude in C major played on the piano. Well, what did you think? Have you heard that before? I'm sure you have. Also, did you notice that each pattern was played twice? That's an important thing to remember, especially as we move forward. Let's talk a minute about shape and color. Imagine a world that had only one shape: triangles. Everything you saw was a triangle. How boring would that be? It would be boring. And color. What if everything in the world was fuchsia? That was the only color available. And not so much. That would be boring as well. Here's what it would sound like if the shape of the railroad car never changed and the color never changed. That's pretty boring. Just redundant over and 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 over. We know that it would be boring if the color never changed and the shape never changed. Here's what it would sound like if the shape stayed the same and the color changed. Well, that's certainly more interesting than one color, especially if the pattern, the shape, never changed. What would happen? Just imagine this. What would happen if we changed the color and the shape? Kapoosh.
It may blow your mind.
Well, let's find out. Let's find out right now. Okay? Whoa. Now we're getting somewhere. This is starting to sound really kind of cool. That's what we do with our musical puzzles. The sequence of train cars on our train doesn't change. The order, the sequence, the first, second, and third, first this, then this, then this, then this, then this, never changes. The individual cars, which contain a pattern of notes, those don't change because they have to be in a certain order. What does change is color. Color, color, color. Timbre, hue, shade, opacity, dynamics. All of those things that make music more interesting. Those are the things that you are going to have an opportunity to change. It's your call. It's your decision. Dr. Mark's puzzles. Make them with precision. That is what you're going to do. And I can't wait to hear what you come up with. Take care. Bye-bye.